Hello YouTube, this is Gaming Dragon 360 and I am back again with another episode of Medieval 2 Total War Egypt long campaign. The last time we took over Ragusa.
Orders.
Now there is a sizable Venetian force nearby, and
I will defeat you
just to
honorably,
give you
my
some
worthy
perspective, we have taken over Greece here. We have started our expansion into the Balkans. We have subjugated most of Anatolia and Iraq. We have made peace with the Turks after taking Edessa and Mosul. We also control Baghdad and of course the Holy Land, Arabia, Egypt and North Africa. Although I may have to launch an invasion into the Moorish lands to the east if they turn out to be hostile, which I think the odds of that happening are low, but still possible. For now, let's improve our economy even further. We are now a mighty economic juggernaut in the area. Cannon towers is good. I mean, we can at least defend our capital if needed. Dockyard. Improving overseas trade. Cannon towers. Jerusalem needs cannon towers desperately because the city has long been target of crusades and whatnot. Peasant cavalry is okay. Damascus, large stone walls, irrigation, ballista makers, city watch. I think city watch is okay. Antioch, construction of the way. Okay, armor in Adana, Caesarea, ballista tower, gunsmith is fine. Iconium dockyard is fine. Nicosia, roads, merchants, wharf, Smyrna. Okay, so we have spent a lot of resources trying to build up, for development purposes, and it will pay up in due time. It will. Right now, we don't have any major economic restraints. I mean, this projected total that going into negative is for a reason. Is because we are spending on construction here. Now, if we were to eliminate this factor, we are not operating on a current deficit, technically. We also have started to fortify these river crossings. Let me see if someone tries to enter from here. Yes, they will try to cross this river and attack Baghdad. And then there is a crossing here. It's okay, we can only command so many crossings. This one is secure, so it's this one. We'll fortify this even further, garrison up the areas.
Don't worry. Once I convert...
Great
Imam.
Sultan.
Let's see if we can do
Salam
something.
alaikum.
Not for this turn.
It matters not how pious you are.
Orders.
Okay, I also need to send troops up
Na'am.
north to
How may I
Ragusa,
serve as you will?
because I will be
The
sending
sun
these
sets on today's
troops
journey.
further into the Venetian territories in a classic blitzkrieg
Orders,
move.
mighty Sultan.
Let me see if there is anything else I can do in this area.
Course set.
I guess just
Like the
patrol the
weary
area.
camel, now
No,
we must
Venice has a strong trade network here, and we will have to.
Naam, great Sultan.
Sorry, these are imperial dots. No, I don't need to attack them. I need to attack Venice. So yes, the Venetian port is under. Is blockaded perfectly. Look at the amount of trade that we are having here in the Holy Land. This is just perfect. For now, I guess the Hungarians are neutral.
No more words. Draw your sword.
This rebel general is a nuisance. The Polish are neutral once again.
How may I serve, Sultan?
I think I need this army in Europe.
Remove, Sultan.
Sending this army to
Continuing tomorrow, mighty Sultan.
my European
Orders, mighty
holdings.
Sultan.
Let's take out this
Attacking
rebel
the infidel
fleet here.
fleet! Orders, mighty Sultan! Orders, mighty Sultan.
Let's take out this
Until
fleet
death!
here. Perfect.
The sea is yours, great
French navy's
Sultan!
at war with us.
Yes, Sultan! Closing to
Let's
engage!
take out their
Victory,
navy as well.
Sultan! Inshallah, our winds shall be fair.
I don't think that we can do much in this turn. It's a turn. Our immediate target at this moment is only Venice. We are at war with the French, though. I was thinking of somehow making peace with the French, but if I take over Venice, I have a shot at the French territories. It will be a discontinuous empire, so we won't be making a land bridge of sorts between our two possessions, one in Eastern Europe and one in Central Europe. But if we have Venice, we can command a strong enough naval power in the region. We can somehow manage to reinforce this front if it ever comes under threat. But of course, that's just idle thinking right now. We are not planning to do so immediately. Venice is our target for now. The Turks have a sizable force here, and I think they should be sending their force northwards against the Mongols, who are at the moment attacking the Russians, taking their territory. Antioch has problems. Well, everyone has problems technically. Let's see. Public order due to unrest and religious quarrels. Let's garrison up a bit more. Sending more troops to Antioch to
Your
prevent
plan, Great Sultan?
any kind of
serve the faith.
Who
any kind of a
spreads
rebellion.
untruths, my sultan? Who has rejected Sharia? This
Right,
one.
now I can't
Salam
even
alaikum.
renounce these heretics.
Who spreads untruths, my sultan?
I think
The
I have to hire
apostate
assassins
must
now
die.
to be able to deal with these heretics in the area. And I can't figure out where I can. Yes, here is an assassin. Let me see if I
Sultan,
can send some
how
troops
may I
up
serve,
north to
Sultan?
Antioch. We can spare some
Sultan.
from Adana and
Orders.
send them straight
Yalla!
here. And that's as much as we can garrison the city. They still appear to be very, the problem still seems to persist. I think with the construction of the mosque, things will improve. For now, let's eliminate this rebel captain,
Yes,
Captain
sultan.
Reis.
We close for battle.
We can
Alhamdulillah.
resolve this battle. We need to go into the battle map to fight it out.
Alhamdulillah. Allah has granted us victory.
In
An honor to
Gaza,
serve.
we can train some infantry. These dismounted Arab cavalry infantrymen are the best
How may I
land troops
serve,
that we have
Sultan?
right now.
As
Best
you will.
infantry land troops that we have at the moment.
Orders.
We're sending some archers here. See, bombards. We don't need them, but we do need halberd militia. Compared to Saracen militia, what is the difference? What is the primary difference? Total defense. They're not superior in every way. Let's see. So they're pretty much the same. The halberd militia and the Saracen militia, doesn't really matter which one you choose. They're pretty much the same. Bombards are good, but I don't think we would need them to defend Baghdad when it comes to it, because the Timurids might try to attack Baghdad. see if we can retrain some of our older troops. Another assassin, another imam. Perfect. We will have to assassinate them. That seems to be the only
Great
viable
Sultan.
option right now.
Yes,
What about this
Sultan.
Polish navy here? We can't
must-
really do anything about it.
my commander.
Thessalonica. Let's further
How may I
reinforce
serve,
Thessalonica.
Sultan?
Just retrain
Orders.
these first. Okay, we did retrain them
Na'am.
the previous turn.
Orders. Jalab.
Further reinforcing Thessalonica.
Continuing to... How may I serve, Sultan?
Reinforcing
As you will.
Ragusa.
Na'am.
Sending
move,
more troops to
Sultan.
Ragusa.
The sun
Let's
sets
send
on
our
today's
cavalry raiding force
Orders.
further into
Orders.
the Venetian territory.
The infidels' army will not
Zagreb
survive.
is the Venetian capital. How come
Continuing
Venice is
tomorrow,
not the
mighty
Venetian capital?
Sultan.
It's kind of ironic, isn't it? Venice is not the Venetian capital. Zagreb is. We're sending a raiding force there. And for now, I guess that's all.
Orders, mighty Sultan.
Can we train assassins? Yes, we can. Perfect.
Na'am, great Sultan. Course
Snare,
set.
can we train assassins? No, we can't. Assassin, yes. Assassin, no.
Orders, mighty Sultan.
Let's bring our fleet here into
Yes,
Thessalonica.
Sultan. Na'am, great Sultan.
The
Inshallah,
Mongolian
our
navy
wind
is
shall be
here.
fair.
Let's go and engage the Mongols in diplomacy, I guess. Diplomat. Retrain our weary troops.
How may I serve, Sultan?
Let's
As you
reinforce
will.
the city itself.
Orders. Na'am. Sultan.
I guess that will
Sultan.
be more than enough.
Splitting our forces.
And sending this small
Orders.
force to
We move, Sultan.
rejoin the garrison in Thessalonica. What else? Antioch, we'll have to take care of Antioch soon enough. Sending a
Na'am.
raiding party
Orders.
to attack this
Allah,
captain.
we will smite
And-
these foes.
Oh, that's perfect.
Such is the fate of all infidels who face me.
Perfect.
Na'am.
We were able to crush the enemy with minimal losses, I see. That's great.
How may I serve,
Sending
Sultan?
this cavalry contingent
Jalab,
east to
we
join
rest
this
here
one.
until dawn.
Let's hire some more troops in Caesarea. Well, I don't think we need to at the moment. Let's just hire this dismounted Arab cavalry.
Orders, mighty Sultan.
Okay, and turn. The French diplomat is here. Let's see if we can make peace with the French or if we have to go to war with them. Oh, good. I have them distracted outside Ragusa while I go and pillage one of their bigger cities. I mean, the capital, technically, Zagreb.
The
Perfect.
infidels wait at our gates,
But
Sultan.
there is
It is a
okay, I was
siege.
not expecting an army like this. So this is the counselor. The counselor is pretty much like
We shall end
the
this day in
king
triumph.
for the Venetians, if I'm not mistaken. The most senior-most counselor is the doge, I think, something like that. This is not sure exactly what the word is, something like that. The counselor, like the kings and princes. So the Venetian city-states were not technically kingdoms, although there was a greater deal of autocratic power for some, but it was a bit different. Yes, standard battle formation it is. Let's go harass them. Let's go harass them. All we can do here is to harass the enemy, cause as much damage as we can, and then retreat. They have brought siege equipment with them. If they use the siege equipment to attack one of our cities, it will capitulate in a single turn. They won't have to build any battering rams or towers or anything. Okay, the police are possibly getting the best of my mounted archers. Let's take care of the cavalry. I don't care about the losses I suffer in this battle because, well, obviously the Venetians have superior numbers. They are going to incur upon me losses at least. Now I see an opportunity to charge. Let's go and take out their cavalry troops. Heavy slate crossbowmen have been engaged. Coming in with the rest of their forces to engage us here. Okay, disengage. Disengage. I don't want to be caught in a charge.
Curse the sun that shines on our disgrace.
If I am, I would be
We must turn
surely
the wind
beaten.
of battle, or we will take ashes instead of victory.
General's bodyguard is doing some damage here. My best bet is to break the enemy lines and somehow cause as much damage as I possibly can. Isolate it, take him out. We're going to take out one of their family members, I guess. If we can kill rather than capture. I mean, it will cause them tremendous damage if we do this. Perfect. We've taken out this unit, meaning routing. Now let's take out this unit. I have distracted the main army. Enemy general fallen. Perfect. I have distracted the main army as I myself am trying to mount a counter-offensive after initially failing to seize the initiative. Okay, we can kill them. Okay, so their army is marching downhill, and now it will take them a lot of time to get to these troops, and as soon as they do, I think they will rout. Considering the numbers, differences in the numbers. Let me go and take out these cavalry, artillery troops. I really need to do that. Perfect. Now these are crossbowmen. I mean, I think I can let these Mamluk archers do what they are doing. Engage them. So the main army has marched down south to engage those troops down there. I guess. Withdraw. Withdraw. No need to die fighting this battle. We need to at least preserve our units as much as we can. I mean, I know that I said that losses don't really matter for me in a battle like this, where I am clearly outnumbered, but I don't need to lose troops unnecessarily. I mean, every loss needs at least some justification. Let's engage them.
Allah have mercy. We have lost half of our men.
Let's go and take out this siege equipment operators as well. Armored sergeants. Well, doesn't really
Curse
look
the
good
sun that
trying
shines on
to
our
charge
disgrace.
at a
We
missile
must earn the
cavalry
wind of
without
battle,
the
or
cover
we will
of
taste
your
ashes
archers,
instead of
right?
victory.
The Pevise crossbowmen and other archers did a number on my troops earlier on. That was utterly devastating. The losses that I sustained without even landing anything in comparison to the enemy. Wait a minute, did this guy with his knife kill one of my soldiers? Apparently they have. No need to engage them directly in combat, just shoot and withdraw, shoot and withdraw. Same. Shoot and withdraw. Let me speed this up. Let me see. This unit needs to withdraw. Down there. Let's take out their enemy general
Our
bodyguard.
army is the enemy general flees
Perfect.
like an old woman. Attack and break the will of his men.
Perfect, perfect. Let me just take out the enemy general's bodyguard. Let's see if we can do that. If we can, we will have caused upon them more damage than they possibly could have caused upon us. Let's speed it up. My troops are tired. It's very obvious.
Rejoice! The infidel general lies dead, and now his men fear us.
Now we can retreat. After incurring upon the enemy some serious losses, I have withdrawn my troops. Now, I also sustained serious losses myself.
Cursed foe has stolen
But
victory from us
you
like
can
a
see that
thief in the night.
The losses that they sustained
not
are
be so
not only
fortunate
twice
next
as much
time.
as mine. They have also lost 2 of their general bodyguards.
Yes.
2 of their generals passed away in their attempt
The sun sets on today's
to
journey.
ambush this force. So they do have a sizable army there, but that's not a problem. We have 2 military producing centers in this region, Durazzo and Ragusa now, and we can obviously lift the siege on Ragusa this next turn. We're going to do just that. The Turks. Okay, I'm not sure when the Timurids are going to come, but whenever they do, they are going to cause some serious devastation in the area. And I'm preparing Baghdad and all my other major productive cities for that inevitable occurrence. Perfect. Now it's time to start taking
What
out
is the infidel's
the
name?
trash.
There is a target you had in mind, yes?
I serve the faith.
Which infidel must I silence? Allah's
Salam alaikum.
Let's see. Oh, great. Finally one of them is down.
Great Sultan,
Which infidel must I silence? This one
Okay,
must
you
now
get
suffer the
assassin
hudud.
here.
noble one.
Sibni Lawandi, infidel.
Yes, noble master.
Let me just take out this rebel
This
general
will
as
be
well.
an honorable battle.
What else? Antioch. Antioch.
How may I serve, Sultan? Na'am. Orders.
Let me just send these
How
two
may I
cavalry
serve,
contingents to
Sultan?
Aleppo,
Remove, Sultan.
and I
Na'am.
bring in infantry from Aleppo to
Orders.
Antioch. Infantry troops are more in number per unit.
Orders.
By your will.
Okay, we can't retrain here, but I think we can in Aleppo. Yes, we can in Aleppo. We'll do that the next turn.
Na'am. Yala.
Perfect. Now the city of Baghdad is completely garrisoned, and we can over time improve the quality of troops that we have in here, but nowadays the city stands a chance against any invading army. We are also building cannon towers there, so that would be impressive when it's done. Corinth, dockyard is fine.
Orders, mighty Sultan.
Thessalonica, ballista towers, not really needed. Irrigation is fine. Constantinople, dockyard. Let's improve the tax rate here. And what about Nicaea? A masjid is okay. Smyrna, Rhodes, Nicosia. I guess Master Armorer, Adana, Caesarea, Edessa, Ballista Towers. These are frontier cities. We obviously need better defenses. No, we don't really want to convert the settlement.
How may I serve, Sultan?
Na'am, great
Firstly, I
Sultan.
need to bring this force here,
Moving the men ashore. Na'am. Orders.
and
Na'am. Merging our armies.
oh, I wish I hadn't done that now, because now I can't attack. Not a problem though.
How may I
I
serve,
can always
Sultan?
send in the troops that can attack.
Na'am. Orders. Sultan.
Let's see.
As you will.
Attack.
Splitting the army.
And I
Inshallah.
think we can.
will smite
Frederico
this foe, Sultan.
is leading this attack, and he's now the counselor. Yes. I'm not sure if counselor is equal to the king or if he's just a family member, but I know that it's important. It's an important, very important rank in the Venetian city-state governance system. Standard attack method. Engage their flanks. Send them forward. We have our infantry with us as well. We will use them to charge at the enemy if needed. Our horse archers are not as effective against the Venetian crossbowmen and everything,
The
but
battle
they
appears to
are
be running in our favor. From
but
good
they're
tidings
still
such as these,
very, very
the victory spring forth.
still very strong troops, and they can do immense damage if used correctly, even against these Pevise crossbowmen and whatnot. Because if we can close the gap and charge at the Pevise crossbowmen, having caught them off guard, having caught them without these swordsmen, spearmen defending them, we can land very brutal charges on them. Distract the general. This is essentially what we're doing here with the Egyptians. We're breaking the enemy lines. We are forcing them to come out and face us in a futile attempt. And, well, obviously this is AI, so they don't really understand this is not going to work. That that's not how you face cavalry archers. You shower them with arrows using your Pevise crossbowmen and whatnot. But it works to our advantage. Do not engage. Do not engage. Do not engage. let me just send all of my infantry troops on the double, and they need to engage the siege equipment. If they can get here, that is. Take out the enemy general. Not you. You are supposed to do whatever I was telling you earlier on. Now look at this infantry formation. Now, obviously you might be thinking, well, why would any general do this? But you have to see that under these circumstances, they don't really have another choice. They don't have an option. This is not a field army.
Made
this
of
is a
clay.
siege army. As
We
you
are
can
winning
see.
the battle.
These are trebuchets and catapults and ballistas and mortars. So not really the type of army that you would use to face a mobile cavalry force. Dissipate. Dissipate. No need to engage the enemy any more than you have to. Take out the ballista. Okay. Our infantry is here. General is trying to charge into the infantry. Let's see. Nubian spearmen have now surrounded the general. Let's concentrate on fire on these troops. Okay, they are firing catapults at us. Let's go and take out the rest of them as well. Let's see. Let's charge at them. Go and charge them. I just want to kill the general's bodyguard. Sorry, I was a bit busy concentrating on some of the finer details. This is a persistent general.
Only half the enemy force remains. We must pray they lose their will to fight.
No more skirmish. Let's engage in battle.
Our men have slain the infidel general. Now the serpent's head has been cut off.
Perfect.
The tail is
We
sure
have
to
taken
wither.
down the enemy's general bodyguard troop. Now let's go and engage these. Move out of the way, move out of the way. I want to take out this unit. What about other units here? Let's move out and attack this ballista, I guess. Perfect.
Victory is well within our grasp. In time our foe will surely see this and lose heart.
Now we'll take out this last infantry unit. While our javelins are throwing whatever they have at them.
All praise to Allah, victory is ours. A
Okay,
victory
so
both righteous and well
yes, with
deserved.
some minimal losses, we defeated the enemy unit trying to ransom
Long
ship.
live the
Ragusa
warriors
is
of
now
Islam!
safe.
Sultan,
We have
Remove
garrisoned
Sultan.
Ragusa successfully. And of course, we are sending a bigger
How may I serve,
contingent
Sultan?
to not only finish off this force
We
here,
shall end this day in triumph.
but also
We shall
eventually
end this day in triumph.
garrison in Ragusa. Luck is the residue of design. That's perfect. John Milton said that. It means that when you have put everything, all of your resources to do something, luck is just like a bonus to that. You shouldn't rely totally on luck, but it's what you get, what's left after all your efforts. Difficult terrain, but we can make it work. Let's go and engage them with our cavalry archers first. The Arab cavalry can march slowly and try to take out the siege equipment. We are using cavalry intensive armies to take out our enemies because cavalry is faster, you can get places very quickly, and if you have a general's bodyguard with you, you can simply get some mercenary troops at the walls. Enemy. What's that? Oh, those are the mortars firing. Yes, I was a bit confused as to what was firing at me. Move out of the way. With the cavalry, the infantry has been drawn forward. Now we can go past their lines and attack the defenseless artillery. The artillery strike. No, I don't want to engage here.
A foe fights with horns made of clay. We are winning the battle.
Perfect. Take out these troops. Now take out this unit here. This one too. Excellent. And finally this one.
Victory is
We
well
have
within our
butchered the
grasp.
enemy's
The enemy
soldiers.
flees before us like a herd of goats. Great victories are like
Perfect.
sweet nectar.
With
Come,
some
let
losses,
us-
we were able to take out this leftover army as well.
Prisoner.
And some elected, and these troops are going to get through the day.
Sultan, a most honorable victory. Sultan, orders. How may I
Send
serve,
more
so as
infantry
will?
here. Now, since
We rest here
Ragusa
until dawn.
might come under siege anytime now, how long till these ballista towers? One more turn. So, can we count on these ballista towers till then? Let me see if there is any way for me to quickly garrison more and more troops in there. I guess I need infantry more than anything else. Also, let's put these troops on retraining. Because I'm expecting an attack from this army here in the next turn. It's a minor setback, but we will recover from it. Okay, desert cavalry.
Naam.
Let me send these troops to Durazo instead.
Yala.
Orders, mighty Sultan.
Thessalonica is fine.
Orders.
We can reinforce Thessalonica
march.
from this army. Look, there is a Venetian army up north
Name the
as well.
field of
How is
battle.
that possible?
We will
I thought
meet
this
you
was
there.
Hungary. Or maybe they have come from here. But that's not a problem. We can always engage them
What
with
is the
our
Sultan's will?
cavalry force in the area. Don't have a sizable one here though. Let's see if we can. No, we can't train cavalry in any one of these. But Corinth, we can do that here. In Corinth. Mamelukes. I want heavy cavalry troops.
with that.
field army of
How may I
cavalry
serve,
troops
Sultan?
under this family
Orders.
member here.
Our enemies will suffer.
Orders. Orders.
Perfect.
We could use this land.
So as soon as the Venetians attack, we will be able to reinforce our city, Thessalonica, down south.
Na'am, great Sultan.
Agents, yes. Assassin,
ear.
assassin,
I live to obey, Sultan.
assassin.
Ready,
I've
my
got
Sultan.
3 assassins here.
Yes, Sultan.
Merchant. Don't work here. Another
Zaida,
merchant.
mighty Sultan.
Where can I send you?
I have come to the end of today's road.
Orders, mighty Sultan.
Land here.
Yes, Sultan. Inshallah, the winds shall... I live to obey, Sultan.
Land here.
Disembarking here, Sultan. What is the infidel's name?
Okay, the assassin
Give me a
missed
target,
once.
and I
We'll
shall give
continue
it death.
trying
One less
to
infidel will
kill
see the dawn.
these cardinals, no matter
I live
what
to
it
obey,
takes. Because I don't
Sultan.
want the Venetians on this island. I want them all gone. Let's see, Arab cavalry.
Yes.
Once again,
Na'am.
bringing out my
Na'am.
cavalry troops
Orders.
to
Orders.
attack this rebel
Inshallah,
captain
none
here.
of them shall escape us. To battle!
Construction of cannon towers underway. Mosul. Projected total is around 30,000. That's a decent. That's a decent income net worth.
As
Whatever.
my Sultan wills.
Tripoli is like the weakest link in the chain. We don't have control over Sicily. We can't really reinforce Tripoli from across this sea. We'll have to do that from Heraklion, which is like all the way here, or Corinth, which is near, but still a considerable distance. But Sicily is controlled by the Sicilians, and we are not at war with the Sicilians, at least not now. But if we were to take these Sicilian lands, Tripoli would, be twice as more valuable as it is right now.
Na'am. How may I serve?
Enter.
Sultan?
Let's see how the Venetians respond. They are retreating. So apparently they do have like a big enough force to. Let's see. That is not a Hungarian city. The Venetians have conquered. My map information is incorrect. The Venetians were up north all along, and I was assuming it was Hungary because of what the map showed me, but that was not the case. If the Turks try to double cross me, that's fine. I'll just walk over their territory and take it all. And if not, that's good. We can cooperate perhaps. They can serve as a buffer against against the Mongols, and possibly the Timurids as well if they land on the same area. But I guess the Timurids are going to come.
A new plague grips the land. The Black Death rides upon the wind, killing all who breathe it in a matter of days. What horrible crime has mankind committed for God to punish the whole world so horribly?
A plague of unfathomable proportions had made its way westward from the far east, where it is said to have already ended up an untold number of lives. The victims find their skin covered in dark blotches as they enter terrible fever and sickness, which ultimately leads to a painful and miserable death. While scholars, theologians, and physicians cannot agree on the exact cause of this deadly plague, the threat it poses, men of all faiths, is plain for all to see.
Na'am. As you will.
Okay, so thankfully the Venetians have not attacked.
Orders. How may I serve, Sultan? Orders. Forming up together, Sultan.
Let's see if we can
Na'am.
send the infantry in
We
there.
move, Sultan. Na'am. Sultan, we march. How may I serve, Sultan? As you will.
Reinforcing Durazzo.
Orders.
Sending troops
We move,
north to
Sultan.
Thessalonica.
Continuing tomorrow, mighty Sultan. As you will.
Sending these troops to
We rest
Thessalonica.
here.
Na'am, my Sultan.
Let me just spy.
As you will, Sultan.
Sofia is under Venetian control. I was wrong to assume that this was Hungarian territory. So I am literally surrounded by the Venetians on this northern front. I did not know that. This is a huge failure, I guess, an intelligence failure on my part, but it's nothing I cannot rectify. What is causing unrest? Public order. Just lower the tax rates. And we'll recruit more troops. And an assassin. We need assassins.
Orders, mighty Sultan. Disembarking here, Sultan. My eyes are yours.
So he is a spy.
From the shadows shall be watched.
Now that I have spied on
What
him,
is the
maybe killing him
infidel's name?
is more likely. Let's see what happens. I just hope he dies. Oh. No. He survived.
There is a target you had in
And my
mind,
assassin.
yes? The sun. Ready, my Sultan. Give me a target, and I shall give it.
Survived.
What is the infidel's name? Who or what offends you, mighty Sultan? There is a target
Okay,
you
my
had
assassins
in mind, yes?
are taking
Orders,
a
mighty
heavy
Sultan.
toll here, but it's okay.
Inshallah, our wind shall
We
be
will
fair.
continue
We
to
must
try
anchor
and
until morning.
kill these
Na'am, great
Venetians,
Sultan. Yes, Sultan.
because I can't really have
I
them
live to obey.
look at
Sultan.
my progress, you know, from with these units. Let me just recoup for my losses. Cannon towers would be perfect. Retraining troops here. Blue archers are a cavalry, more cavalry troops sent on their way. Let's see if we can send a surprise attack
Infidels
force
to kill,
north
Sultan.
and threaten Sofia. We
Shubadak.
can actually.
Yes, Sultan. Your enemies shall fall
Let's put the city under siege.
sieging the
This will
walls,
prompt
mighty.
this
Talk
large
is cheap.
Venetian army to come
Come
and
face
intercept.
me!
We can always retreat, that's not a problem.
How may I serve, Sultan?
We
Na'am.
retreat down south, regroup, attack again.
Your will.
Or we try to buy this one out.
Orders, mighty Sultan.
Okay, assassin.
Your plan, Great Sultan?
This one is a merchant.
Wherever you will, Sultan.
Yes, my
Merchant,
master.
another merchant. I've got so many merchants, not assigned anything at all.
Na'am, my Sultan.
Where do I send this guy? To Anatolia,
Tomorrow's
I guess.
journey awaits.
My ears
Spy.
are yours.
Okay, Poland is at war with us again? Let's kill him.
My eyes are yours. My ears are
Ready, my Sultan. Who or what offends you, mighty Sultan? He should.
I serve your will. The Sultan has a deal for your plan, Great Sultan. Which infidel must I
So
part
this
from
is
his
one
coin,
persistent merchant, I
putting an
guess.
end to the infidels' trading?
No problem, we will take care of him soon enough. Spy, we need a diplomat though. And I guess an imam as well.
Zaida, mighty Sultan.
Diplomat. Okay, sorry, this was a diplomat. I thought it was a merchant.
Na'am, great
Okay,
Sultan.
so my navy here. We
All
can send a
set.
diplomat up north to engage the Mongols in dialogues. So, France, Spain, Venice, Denmark, Poland have all declared war against me. And what an ally? I don't have any allies. But how come? How come Spain? We have reasonable relationships with Spain. Why attack us? I'm very poor with Denmark. I need new allies now. That means perhaps England can be an ally. Holy Roman Empire, not likely. We will need
Salam
some
alaikum.
allies in the region.
Who spreads untruth?
Perfect. This one is done for.
I live to obey.
Great Sultan?
This one is also done for.
What is the infidel's name?
Let's see.
Give
He's also done for. Perfect. We have
I
rid
serve
this
the
land
faith.
from these barbarians, I guess. What else can we? For Sultan's Palace. That's okay. I need some diplomats in the region. Some diplomats and quick. We need to send a diplomatic mission to Sicily, to Milan, to the Papal States, to the Holy Roman Empire, all of them, as much as we can. Well, the Polish have come a long way. Now, this is technically the German lands that the Polish have occupied. Okay, and funny enough, the Portuguese control what is modern day Spain, and the Spanish control what is modern day Portugal. I mean, Lisbon is modern day Portugal, but I guess that's
orders, mighty Sultan.
not as funny for most people.
Orders, mighty Sultan.
Get rid of this one here. The Moors. Can we engage with the Moors? We should. And send a diplomat to the Moors.
Naam, great Sultan.
And we have 92 turns remaining, and we hold 27 regions. Need to hold around, I guess, 18 more to win. And we haven't gained any ground up till now, but we will. We will. We're doing all that is needed to be done on the preliminary front, and then we'll attack when it's
Your
time.
faith and courage have triumphed!
Perfect.
We showed the enemy no mercy, sir.
The French are here. Let's see what else. I mean, I don't care if the Western powers are against me. I just don't want them to be all against me at once. An attack here. Sultan Al-Hafiz the Scarred.
The infidels
this
do
is
not
the
deserve
factional
life!
leader?
Take it from them!
Okay, let's see what we can do.
Units, away!
The enemy show their cowardice. They bring in reinforcements.
I think we should charge at the enemy. Their line is weak. They don't have any
Mighty Sultan.
spear militia, whatever.
Winds of fate have turned against us. The foe seems to be winning the battle.
Let's go and engage that other force. I think we can win this. I think we can win this. There's no way they can... See how they're driven before us. Because I just noted that they don't have any spearmen. None at all to do us any harm. So we just charge at them directly. I mean, just imagine having to face a force like this. And this is like turning a hopeless situation into something ideal. Let's just speed it up a bit. Want to
Our men are under attack.
kill this one
We
as
must
well.
act now. Behold our worthless foe. See how that general turns tail and flees like a whipped dog.
Now just need to butcher them one at a time. That's it.
Only half the enemy force remains. We must pray they lose their will to fight.
We're just butchering them. This is not a
Men are
battle.
under
This
attack.
is
Curse
a
the sun
slaughter.
that shines on our disgrace. We must turn the wind of battle, or we will taste ashes instead of
Let's
victory.
take out the siege equipment here. What do you say, crossbow militia? Avoid the spearmen. Avoid the spearmen.
The enemy general flees like an old woman. Attack!
Perfect.
And brave men have captured the enemy general. He pretends to be a lion, but he seems more an ostrich.
Now
Let
we
him
can
sit and
bring
watch
our-
how true lions fight.
Bring a cavalry archers around and attack. Just take care of this unit here. So our cavalry intensive force was able to take out perhaps their biggest army in this region. And if we can secure a victory here, we will be most definitely able to take the city of Ragusa without much resistance. Spear militia, this is what I fear right now. But I think I'll tire them a bit before I give battle. Let's send these cavalry troops up the slope here. A perfect position to charge from. And then we can charge from both sides. Now it's just a waiting game. Wait a second. Position him like this. Let's bring the general here. Venetians are coming with their relief force. Spavise crossbow militia, dismounted feudal knights. Let's distract them and take out this unit here.
Our enemy flees before us like a herd of goats. Drive them from the battle.
Let's see if we can distract this force any way, in any possible way. I want this force to turn around, face my cavalry in the rear, so I can charge with this force up front. Okay. Going good. They're charging at us. I guess there is no other option but to face them now. Turn around, charge at the enemy. What happens, happens.
Sultan, only half our force remains.
I can see that.
battle appears to be running in our
Perfect.
favor.
The spear militia have been
On
routed.
tidings such as these, the enemy are badly. Behold our worthless foe. See how
Now
their
we can-
general
we
turns
can go for
tail
the kill.
and flees like a whipped dog.
Now we attack at once. Perfect.
All praise to Allah. You have
Continue
left
the
our
battle.
enemy lost. They run like
Eliminate
children. Scour them
army.
from the field.
So we were able to successfully tire them and then engage them when they could not resist us. Now it's just enemies for the picking. Let's see if we can catch up.
Enemy must curse the day they were born. Let all the poets
This is a
write of
heroic
this most
victory,
wondrous triumph.
and well, in part, not so much because they didn't have spear militia to face our initial charge. Ransom
Such
accepted,
is the fate of all infidels.
and now
who
we have
face
Sophia. I guess not, because the ransomed people, ransomed soldiers may have actually garrisoned Sophia.
We showed the enemy no mercy, Sultan.
Let's
We
see.
have cut down the infidels' defenders. They
I
resist
guess
us no
sack the
more.
settlement. Now Sophia is ours. Another major headway into Europe. We're not done with the munitions yet, of course. Not even close. The Great Mortality. Dire plague the scholars have now dubbed the Great Mortality as continuing its destructive trail through the west, its end truly nigh. Is this our judgment, and has the Almighty finally decided that we are all too wretched to live? From their perspective,
Infidels
it
to
certainly
kill,
seems
Sultan.
so.
Yes, Sultan. Your enemies shall...
We have
A
taken out
crushing
this rebel unit
victory,
here.
my Sultan.
Just retrain all of my troops here. Mosul. Neostable irrigation is fine. I guess the plague is hitting here. What is called plague? Yes. The plague is causing problems here. We'll just build irrigation. Avoid transferring troops from one plagued city to another plagued city. Ballista towers needed. Armory, Sultan stable, cannon maker, master armorer. Master armorer is fine.
I live to obey, Sultan.
Yes. Please kill this
There is
guy.
a target you had in mind, yes?
Okay,
A
so
gift from the
the
Sultan.
French have declared a crusade against
I
us.
intend to attack.
So yes, there's that. Oh, I get it. So the reason that these factions are against me is because they're all crusading against me. Yes, now that makes a lot of sense.
Your will.
Did you expect
Let's
us to
ride this
be
force.
happy to see you? I am afraid I must. This concludes our meeting, yes?
Let's retrain these troops. And of course, I will take out my
Shubadak.
faction leader here and hire some mercenaries as well. So if you dare attack us, you will face a mighty juggernaut.
Yes. By your will.
We've garrisoned the
Sultan.
city.
Yalla,
Perfectly.
orders. We march.
Name the field
And this captain
We will meet
now
you there.
face our wrath soon enough. Okay,
Sibni Lawadi, infidel.
our army outside
will not
has
waste words on you,
revolted,
infidel.
rebelled.
How may I serve, Sultan? Sultan,
Well, let me just send this force here.
Yalla. The sun sets on today's journey. Sultan, the infidels' army will not survive. Inshallah, we will
Victory.
smile.
With minor losses, we defeated this
All
force.
praise is due to Allah for granting this victory. We shall end this day in triumph.
Venice is now going to see what it
Yes,
means to be at war with the most strongest faction in this game. And of course, so is France and all the other European powers. Send my merchants up there. But we also have a merchant
What
here.
does the Sultan will?
Diplomat here. Let's send him to the Sicilians, see if we can secure some peace there. Let the crusading armies come, and when we've defeated them, perhaps we can
Your plan, Great Sultan? I serve
bring
your
some
will.
form of a
Great Sultan.
truce or ceasefire. Assassin.
What is the infidel's name?
Yes, noble master. We will engage them honorably.
What
Alam!
battle.
Alhamdulillah! Your faith and courage have triumphed!
Let me see
Noble
if we
one.
can somehow improve the city even further. Public health bonus, yes. Council chambers, that's perfect. Let's work on public health for now. Council chambers, perfect. Public health. Public health bonus. I expect to take an economic hit. Oh, but not such a big one though. But I understand. I mean, plague is devastating
Orders, mighty Sultan.
my land. It is near impossible for me
Your
to.
will. Ready to cross the seas.
It is near impossible for me
Inshallah,
to
our
maintain
wind shall be fair.
strong economic
Like the weary camel,
front
now we must
with,
rest.
under these conditions.
Na'am.
How may I serve, Sultan?
Let me just
Na'am.
send as many troops as I
Na'am.
can to
We
Ragusa.
march.
And enter. Let's see what the Venetians can do now. Not much, I hope. The economic restraints are showing, and I think the stagnation can only end if we slow down our economic growth a bit and occupy a couple more cities. Man-made inferno. A new way of working metal is now being practiced in the village of Lefitten in Sweden and adopted in Western Europe. Housed in a great building, mighty water-driven bellows blast air into a furnace that produces a blaze so fierce and unworldly the iron from within the ore flows out as a stream of molten metal. Even though the raw iron that pours from this new furnace is very brittle, vast amounts of the stuff can be made with relative ease, which a learned smith can then easily treat to produce incredibly resilient weapons and armor. The great mortality spreads. Okay. Venetian spy.
Sultan. How may I serve? We move, Sultan.
Sending
Na'am.
cavalry.
How may I
To
serve,
accompany the
Sultan?
cavalry.
That will solve none of our problems, Embassy.
How may I serve, Sultan? Orders. Inshallah,
Okay.
we will smite this foe.
Know your enemy. It is me.
Yes, my master?
Of course I know my enemies. I can choose
The
attack.
infidels' army will not survive.
The Venetians are sending a
Inshallah,
crusade,
most
the
of-
Polish are sending a crusade. Let's just start killing them.
Units, await my orders.
This is pretty much a one-sided battle. It appears that the odds are equal, but they're not, because my cavalry archers can devastate this general's bodyguard without ever allowing it to land a charge. In theory, at least. can see what's happening right now. We've caught them completely sitting ducks, as they say.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Perfect.
Missiles! Attack! Missiles! Attack! Make haste!
So what we're doing essentially is, forcing that enemy to charge at us, but it's futile. It's heavy cavalry versus light cavalry. No way they can charge at us. Killing them one
The
by
enemy
one.
flees before us like a herd of goats. Drive them from the battle.
Let me see just who it is who's running. This is the general's bodyguard.
Make haste!
Okay, let's see if they can run away before we finish them off.
The enemy must curse the day they were born. Let
Okay,
all the
no,
poets write of this
they
most
managed to
wondrous
survive.
triumph.
General's bodyguard.
Sultan! A most honorable victory! Sultan!
We would see you dead, heathen.
I understand.
Orders! We march!
Attack.
There shall be
Again.
no mercy for these infidels. We shall not leave any
Let's
of the
destroy this
infidels
Venetian army
alive.
so that the crusading army up north will not be reinforced by this one.
Unit, await my orders! Crossbow!
Let's go. Face them.
General's bodyguard!
Let's go. Charge. Akinchis can also. Akinchis can actually charge this. Akinchi or Raider cavalry was a standard, as they say, a standard cavalry, a mobile force for the Turks, especially the Ottomans. The goal was to raid the enemy, to weaken them economically, and then moving in with the bigger army to land the actual blows, the actual military attack. Just butcher them all. Now these Pavisa crossbowmen right
Foe
now are
fights
pretty
with
much
horns made of
defenseless,
clay. We
but
are winning
they
the
would have
battle.
made a huge difference if they had rendezvoused with the bigger Crusader army that is on its way from up north. The Venetians are obviously going to land a crusade against us and try to take Jerusalem again. But we are here to make sure that doesn't happen. That was almost going to hit me. Almost. Perfect. The Venetians have been drawn out in the battlefield, and now we are butchering them.
Foe fights with
absolutely.
horns made of clay. We are winning the battle.
Let's send the crossbowmen back and go on, take out their siege equipment. Let me just speed it up a bit. And finally, another last charge. Let's take out the enemy once and
Men
for
are
all.
under Behold our worthless foe. Victory is well within our grasp. In time our foe will surely see it. Our brave men have captured the enemy
Let's
general.
see what
He
remains of the
pretends to
enemy.
be a lion, but he seems more an ostrich. All praise to Allah. You have left our enemy lost. They run like children. Scour
Okay.
them from the field.
Let's kill every last one of them so that there is no one to rendezvous with when the crusading army
Great
comes.
victories are like sweet nectar. Come, let
Perfect.
us drink of the most
No
rare.
survivors. Execute every last one of them.
Na'am.
Zaida, mighty Sultan. Na'am, my Sultan.
See if we
Our
can hire
enemies
someone
will
else. We can't
suffer.
really. The economic
How may I
issues are
serve,
showing up.
Sultan?
We cannot hire
Sultan.
more mercenaries.
Orders.
Infidels
Let me
to
just
kill,
gather my
Sultan.
cavalry troops
How may
here,
I serve, Sultan?
and
Na'am.
we might have to
This
retreat.
great army will be unstoppable, Sultan.
Cultural policy, okay, mosque is fine. We might have to retreat. The
I will
French,
destroy you for the
army-
glory of France.
I think they were a crusader army, but they have now relationships are not good with most of the Europeans. Look at relationships with the Sicilians. Are the Sicilians at war with me? If they are, it kind of solves one problem. Yes, I get it. It's not good, but
What does the Sultan
it will
will?
improve over time.
Seeking an audience, mighty Sultan.
Yes, Sultan.
And this is a merchant, yes. Let's do business here.
Now I must rest, Sultan.
Zagreb has been fortified. The rest of them are mostly neutral, but I won't really count on it.
Yes, my master.
Let's go and speak to
Nuh-uh.
the imperial,
Resting here, mighty Sultan. Tomorrow's
court.
journey awaits.
Na'am, great Sultan.
Back to dry land. Na'am, my Sultan.
Let's see if we can
Na'am,
engage
Sultan.
the Mongols
I shall
in
inform
some
them
form
of your will.
trade agreement. That would be good. The Hungarians have a small holding here. Let's see what we can do about that,
Shubadak.
if we can have some trade relationships with them there. Enter. Not much we can do anyway. Following these construction efforts, we will try to ration up as much funds as we can. We are running desperately low on funds. What is taking Venice so long? Okay, the Crusader army is here at the gates of Sofia. Let them be.
Sultan.
I will
The
deal with
infidels
them
dare
when I
to lay
can.
siege to our walls.
Denmark is here. Okay, so the plague continues to affect us. They've lost most of
May
their
we
troops.
meet on the battlefield, you and I.
Spy, merchant, diplomat.
Na'am.
Let's send this diplomat up
I
north.
have come to the end of today's row. What does the Sultan will?
Let's see.
Ready, my Sultan. Who or what offends you, mighty Sultan? He should not have opposed you.
Now we have to let go of several projects if we are to remain economically viable. We are under debt now. Mongola. Let's see. Okay. Economic viability comes before everything else. We need better treasury totals. At this stage, having just a bit of a break even is not an option. Okay, we do need cannon towers here. That is an absolute necessity. Irrigation works fine here, but let's just leave it at there. Sultan's Palace is okay. Another turn for irrigation. Let's see. Let's build council chambers here. That's something we can afford.
Na'am, my Sultan.
Moving
Seeking
up
an
north.
audience.
Sultan, we shall end
Let's
this
put
day in
Zagreb under
triumph,
siege.
besieging the enemy.
Name the field of battle.
How may I
Another
serve,
sizable
Sultan?
force is up there.
Na'am.
Well, we are bringing
How
our
may I serve,
infantry
Sultan?
force
How may I serve, Sultan? How may I serve, Sultan?
out there.
Na'am. Orders. Galar. We rest.
Your plan, Great Sultan?
Na'am.
So we are bringing the rest of our forces up north as well. Bringing more cavalry troops. Let's say this time we are bringing cavalry that can devastate their front lines. What do they have here?
Was that an attack?
Most of these are Pevise crossbowmen, generals, bodyguard. They're here to take Sofia.
We would see you dead, heathen.
I live to
Assassin,
obey,
let's see if you
Sultan.
can kill this general.
There is
first.
a target you had in mind, yes?
No.
The sun sets on this one's life.
Orders. Na'am. We move, Sultan.
More
Joining
troops
the
in.
ranks. Sultan. Na'am. The sun set.
Yes.
More troops. The Balkan archers, Bulgarian brigands. Let them take Sofia and then we'll have them surrounded within the walls.
Zaida, mighty Sultan. Na'am, Sultan. I shall inform them of your
Let's
will.
see, what
Na'am.
else? Polish diplomat.
We shall hear you out, but do not expect
Roll
much.
for 4 turns. Can we make a ceasefire? No, we can't. Map information. Become a vassal.
You must think as Miko. Our
Mhm,
thoughts
yes,
seem
I
pointless.
actually
Your
knew
will.
we wouldn't say yes to that.
Na'am, Sultan. I shall inform them of your will. Tomorrow's journey away. Zaida, mighty Sultan.
Up here.
Orders, mighty
Let's
Sultan.
bring the navy here.
This is not an option. Sultan, we cannot sail there.
We may have to attack Sicily preemptively just to avoid being attacked by them.
What does the Sultan will?
Honor dictates I inform you, I intend to attack.
And
Yes, Sultan.
we will prepare for that.
Establishing trade, Great Sultan.
If they do plan on attacking,
Na'am.
let's just
Orders.
take out a small
Na'am,
army
Sultan.
and march to face them in battle.
These lands hide our forces
It's just the general's bodyguard. The rest of their troops have deserted. It was a mistake trying to come to the Holy Land on via all this big route. I mean, this doesn't work like this.
Na'am, great Sultan.
Their best bet would
Orders,
have been to
mighty
use the
Sultan.
navy to close the distance as soon as possible.
Course set. Like the weary camel, now we must rest.
The plague stalks pretty much all of my cities. I cannot. I cannot move troops from one city to another, I guess, because that will spread the plague even further.
Yes, my master, there is something you wish to speak of.
Let's form an alliance. We will give you map information. We will give you regular tribute of 1,000 florins for the next 30 turns. We will make a single payment of 2,000 florins. and we will give you military access. Let's see.
I see little my people need in your offer, Sadiq. This bodes poorly for our future.
The Turks are not ready to be our allies. It's very obvious. Although it would have been very beneficial for them to do so. Enter. So the Venetians have taken over most of what was the Balkans. Now we are trying to uproot them from this region and claim it as our own. What happened? The Venetians retreated for some reason, I'm not sure why. Very surprising turn of events. Let's see if we can do some diplomacy with the Papal States. If so, we might be able to reverse this tide of the Crusaders. The Black Death passes. It would appear that the Black Death has worked most of its deadly misery upon the world, that men of all faiths may have reason to make a prayer of thanks. We have been delivered. Aside from some unfortunate destinations at the end of the major trade routes, where the plague is a more recent tyrant, the risk of contracting the Black Death appears now to be negligible. Now those who rule the survivors may struggle over what remains of civilization.
Zaida, mighty Sultan. Na'am, Sultan. I shall in your will. Seek.
Yes, we can discuss matters if
Let's
you wish.
See if we can map information, trade rights.
Your plan is well measured. Farewell. We
Very
hope
well.
all our
So the
meetings
Mongols
work
have
this
swept
way.
over most of Europe. That is very impressive. Russia remains up north here. Mongols have not been able to attack them there. The Turks are sandwiched between the Mongols and of course us. Yes.
Na'am, my
Let
Sultan.
me just come to this Hungarian
Na'am,
city
Sultan.
once and let's
I
see.
shall inform them
No,
of
I
your
don't
will.
think this is a Hungarian city. I think the Hungarians are no longer here. The Venetians have taken them out of the game.
How may I serve, Sultan? We move, Sultan.
Just
Orders. How may I serve,
send as
Sultan?
many as we can.
Orders. Sultan. Forming up together, Sultan. Orders.
See,
The infidels'
battering
army
rams,
will
siege
not
towers.
survive. Mighty Sultan, do we wait them out or strike?
Zagreb is our next target.
Sultan,
More
Na'am.
cavalry
Galar,
on its way.
continuing tomorrow, mighty Sultan. How may we march?
Let's see if we can produce more troops.
Shubadak.
How may I?
What is the
Orders. Galar,
Reinforcing Sofia,
Yes.
moving up
Galar.
north.
Marching no further. Orders?
What does the Sultan?
We suspect you merely waste our time.
Okay, so there is no option for me to... No option for me
We are done now.
to arrange for a ceasefire.
Na'am, Sultan.
I think I'm perfect stationed here,
Sultan.
but these are only... No, these are not the mobile troops.
What is the Sultan's will?
May we meet on the battlefield, you and I.
Sultan.
Honor dictates I inform you, I intend.
Na'am.
Okay. Spy, assassin...
ready, my Sultan? Give me a target and I shall.
I serve your will.
I live to obey.
To trade, we must first find peace.
Naam, great Sultan. Now, heading ashore. Ready, my Sultan.
No, not working
Who
at
or
all.
what offense? I live to obey, Sultan. There is a target you had in mind, yes? Rest assured, my Sultan. He'll
No.
get the point.
Naam. How
Let's
may I
send
serve?
more
We
troops
move,
up north.
Sultan. The sun sets on today's journey.
Zagreb is our
Nuh-uh,
next
my
target.
Sultan. Your will. We are prepared to receive your message, Sadiq.
Okay, now alliance is very problematic. Map information. Trade rights are given.
It is not without consideration. Very well. Ma'azalama.
So the Moors have taken over most of what used to be Sicily, and there's just one patch of land that they haven't taken. Okay, this Mongol advancement though, this is huge. And geographically speaking, I don't know why we need this.
How may I serve, Sultan? Naam.
Let's see what else. What happened to the garrison in Jerusalem? There was one, right?
As my Sultan wills.
Okay,
Naam.
start
Tomorrow's
recruiting an
journey
army then.
awaits.
I thought we had a garrison in Jerusalem, but we apparently don't have anything in Jerusalem. Let's see. Plague stalks the land, but will soon enough dissipate. Public health bonus. We need
How may I serve,
reinforce
Sultan?
Jerusalem,
Galah.
because this is pretty much our backbone here.
Once I capture you, your title will mean nothing, infidel.
Okay. It will take a couple of turns for us to normalize the economy a bit. The plague has taken its toll. It's projected to go down like this, so I better not be constructing this. Our projected losses are serious. Okay, I guess just one turn is fine. One turn is fine. If we have going on anything that takes more than a turn though, we will have to abandon that project.
Infidels to kill, Sultan!
I guess that's pretty much it. We can continue with our conquest of the Venetians in the next episode. Until next time, this is Gaming Dragon 360 signing off, and if you like this video, please do hit the like and subscribe button, share it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching.